Today we're going to focus on success, and to do that we're going to talk about building our business with marketing blocks that will help us get there. So just like the start of this presentation, do you sometimes feel like your business is in pieces? Well, I can say that when I started my business, that's exactly the way I felt. I was trying to figure out how to pull everything together when I was working with a lot of different services and a lot of different clients. And what I found out is that helping pull the pieces together is the key. So to backtrack a little bit, 4 months ago this month, I had an accident, I fractured my ankle, and I was off my feet for several months. That gave me an opportunity to really take a close look at my business and to focus on the things that really mattered and what I wanted to do going forward. The following year, I had the opportunity to go to work for a corporation as a marketing manager, and I applied many of the systems that I developed during this time to that job with leadership teams. The year after that, the business sold to another company. So I made the decision to go back to my own business with all of the things that I had learned from these experiences. Shortly after that, Tom Ruich introduced me to Bill Purnett and the Experts. Sounds like a band, doesn't it? I had the opportunity to get to know the members of this group and eventually became a partner and now on the leadership team, which has really helped me expand and grow my own business by working with the people in this group and the people that they have referred me to. And this year, I had the opportunity also to start collaborating on projects with partner Cynthia Caren. We do some client projects together that utilize a lot of the services that we both offer. So it's been a great journey, and it's very exciting to be in this situation now because the business is really starting to grow. Last month, Cynthia spoke to the group about the building blocks that I'm going to delve into on a deeper basis today. Those were focus, identity, systems, and sustainability. The first part of working with clients is to get really deep into the focus of where they want their business to go. What are their goals? One of the first questions that is asked when we do a marketing assessment is, what is your vision of success? This usually stumps the client because it's a biggie. There's a lot to think about, and what is it you really want to accomplish? Do you want to attract more clients? Do you want to have a more balanced work-life experience? And the truth of the matter is, most clients don't even mention money. They don't say, I want to make X amount of dollars. They're talking about the actions, what it feels like for their business to be successful. So once we determine what the vision for success is, then it's time to actuate that vision. It's time to put a strategy around all of it. It's time to really think about merging different areas, such as your art and your function, your passion and your purpose, and then get deeper into your online and offline marketing. At that point, it's important to understand exactly what your identity is so you can apply the strategy to it. Who are you? What is your business all about? What's your unique value proposition? What is it that makes you different than other clients? And what is your brand story? The city of St. Louis has a brand story. Experts for Entrepreneurs has a story, and every person in this room has a personal and professional story to share. So what? Like, who cares? How many times have you heard this? There are a lot of marketing people in this room, and this is Marketing 101. But it is two of these building blocks that really set the stage for what happens next, and this is the differentiating factor. It's creating systems from all the things you've learned about yourself and your business and how your clients can take advantage of what you have to offer. This is where the wheels start turning. You've created an opportunity to build your web presence beginning with your website. And so what is it you want to do with your website? Most clients will tell me they want to attract clients, they want to have a wider target market, they want their readers to understand what they do better. And quite frankly, a lot of the times I have a new client is because they want people to actually be able to see their website on their phones and their tablets. The technology is continually changing, and sometimes after 2 or 3 years, a website can be out of date. So after we go through all of these processes in the very beginning of the development, it's time to come up with a wireframe with a functionality and a look and feel that makes sense to the client and their clients. How can social media help you? Well, once we start working on the brand central, which is the website, it's important to start thinking about how we can connect in other ways. And social media platforms are one of the ways that people can spread the message, basically, by posting important, relevant information for their audience, by following others in their field who can be important, as well as learning about industry trends that are occurring. It's a wonderful research tool when you're trying to find out more about your competition and your clients. And then you can incorporate a lot of that into your website as well. Content is the bridge to your vision. There are so many different ways you can use content. And for example, this presentation is basically a summary of a blog series that is on my website. It is a flow that I started developing 4 years ago, thinking about topics that are relevant to my business and my client's business and just continually building on that. So this entire process can be blog articles, it can be a SlideShare presentation, it can be interviews with clients, it can be a number of different areas where you can repurpose content to continually get your message across. It's a really big part of the system. A strategic content delivery system can make all the difference in being able to manage this part of your business. Now, don't we all like to get fun mail to our doorstep, cards, letters? It's still wonderful to get something besides just bills. Well, you can do the same thing with email marketing. Email marketing campaigns can be built around topics that are interesting and valuable to our customers if they're done properly. And so it's especially important to focus on what their needs are based on what we've done at this point, coordinate it with the information that is on your website, such as the blog articles that have been written, and continually stay in touch with clients so that they start helping you build that relationship with them. There are all different kinds of collateral, and I've already talked about a lot of them. There's online collateral with your digital assets, such as your website, the social media platforms, interviews that you can do on video on a YouTube channel. You can do podcasts. There's just so many different areas that you can spread the message, but it's really important to keep that consistent, to keep that unique identity and message across the board, and also in your print collateral, where you're utilizing all the things you've worked on to this point in your brochures and your postcards and anything that you want to leave behind with a client, so that the website matches the postcard and the message is very loud and clear. The analytics are really important in helping you tell your story and give you a snapshot of the reality of what is happening with all the work that you've done so far. So it's really important to think about the key metrics, the customer journey, and how the flow is going through all of the areas that we've developed at this point. So you want to think about your analytics in the very beginning when you're doing your strategy. That might be incorporating Google Analytics, and it also is great to have the statistics from your email campaigns as a guiding force in showing you whether or not what you're doing is working and what changes need to be made. So when you go through this process, the goal is to put the pieces together, to make it easier for you to do your business, to figure out how you can manage it effectively, and concentrate on the things that you're experts in. This is an example of a project that Cynthia and I have been working on together. It is Body Mind Wellness Center. The client was interested in getting a new website created because the website that she had was not responsive and was not meeting her needs at this point in her business. So in order to provide her with the best possible outcome, we worked closely with her on all the topics that I've mentioned, from the very beginning with the building blocks to the focus, the identity, and now are deeply getting involved in the systems. This hasn't launched yet. We're in the process of building it. But one of the things that one of my clients said to me one time was, I had no idea how much business strategy went into building a website. we're not just building a website, we're helping you build your business. And that is, that can be complex, but these systems make it much easier. It simplifies the process and actually helps the client understand what they need to do to make their business better along the way. So one of the important things to do when you get to this stage is to think carefully about how you want to keep this going. It's a big project and usually a nice size investment for your business, something very well worth doing to go through these processes. But by building these systems, you set the stage for success, and you want to continue doing them. Cynthia and I created a program called Build Business Studio, and what the program is designed to do is to take you through all of these processes and then help you get to the next level with your business. And how we do that is to manage the program for you if you need it, or we can train people in your organization to do it. We can also help you plan events around all of the things that you're trying to accomplish so you can make more connections and help build your business in that area. Another area is we help you develop partnership referrals so you can work with others as we have to continue to grow your business. One of the things I'd like to say is that this group has made a phenomenal difference in growing my business. I've met some of the most influential and fascinating, knowledgeable people who will willingly give of their time and their incredible talent to help us with, building our businesses together. And I want to thank everyone in this room who has been involved with helping me get to this point. It's very difficult to fly alone. It's almost impossible to grow and to be really successful by flying alone. And if there's nothing else I've learned, that has certainly been key. So at this point, we're able to get back to where we started, which is with the 4 building blocks: to focus, identify, system, and continually sustain our businesses. I have several blog articles on my website that go deeper into these particular topics. I've actually written 2 series, which is part of my system, and you can find that on CarenLibby.com. Thank you very much. Any questions? The question is, what do I do to get content ideas? And that's part of the system. Basically, I help the client come up with topics and keywords that are relevant to their audience, things they're really comfortable talking about, and put those into the system so that it feeds into everything else we're trying to do. And a lot of that happens in the very beginning with the strategy. I get a lot of feedback, do a lot of research about that, and then come up with a plan built around those topics. Yes?
I was in a president.
That's wonderful, and I appreciate that. Did you know that? And that is a really good point that you brought up, because our clients can tell us. You want topic ideas? Ask the people in this room. Ask your clients. It's like, stop, I've had enough. We get so many ideas from our people. And then to act on them, and then come back for more when we're ready. I think that's true of a lot of our businesses in terms of not sustaining the effort that's been put forth. It's a big project, to go down this road. And it's very helpful to get to the point where you launch your website and you're ready to do some of these things. But sometimes you come back to square one again. It's like, I have all these systems in place and I know how to utilize them, but my business is really growing and I need to do this and I need to do that. So sometimes, clients just need to have additional help keeping that going for a short time or a long time, depending on what it is their needs are. All right, thanks so much.